Virgo, welcome to your November 2023 monthly reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in like we always do. And we're going to take a look and see what's going on with you in the month of November. If you haven't yet heard, I did create a newsletter. I'll put that link down below in the description. If you haven't signed up yet, I invite you to sign up. You'll get all my updates, astrology, tarot, spirituality, pretty much anything. I plan to be doing like a lot of newsletters in the future. So basically newsletters, just like you're just getting updates from me personally, right? And it's completely free. All you need is an email. That's it. And so that link is down below. And hopefully I will see you there. If you want to book a personal reading with me as well, that link will be down below too. And otherwise than that, let's go ahead and jump into this here. I feel like the worst is over here. That's what I'm hearing. Like the worst is over. I think the worst has kind of been over, actually. And I think the only way is up from here, Virgo. So yeah, you pulled this Jupiter card. So there is blessings here. There's abundance here. There is a lot of growth and expansion I'm also picking up this month as well. You have the wall obstacles here. A lot of you, it's like you're finally going to be understanding like certain lessons or certain obstacles that were once in your path. And it's like you're overcoming them. And it's like, it's interesting, you're approaching it differently. I think it's like you're approaching the obstacles with a more of a positive energy. And it's like you're realizing like, oh, wow, I just transcended all these obstacles or these things that have been in my way here. But let's get into this. You pulled the Four of Pentacles here for your overall energy for the month. I think a lot is going to be really focused. It's almost like your being here is going to be really focused on sort of being really critical and analytical with the things that you need to do in order for you to achieve the things that you want, right? Because this is Capricorn card, Sun of Capricorn, and Capricorn does deal with achievement. So it's like in order for you to, and it's interesting because I do feel like you will be achieving things this month, but it's like in order for you to really figure that out, it's like you're having to get very critical. And in order for you to like achieve those things, you're having to get analytical and kind of embrace your tenacious side. You pull the Lovers here for your current energy. Could be a lot going on in your relationships too in regards to love. Maybe there's something here blooming in love. If you're already in a relationship, I just feel like, you know, there's going to be there's a significance, at least right now, around your relationships. Could be family, it could be romance, it could be really anything. There's something going on here. Also though, when it comes to yourself, this deals with like your purpose in life and what you feel is destined for you. And you want success. You want to overcome things here. Six of Wands is in your challenge. It's like I feel like you're wanting to overcome obstacles. It's interesting, like when you set out to achieve something or to be successful in something, it's like you're gonna have obstacles, right? Even if it's just getting up in the morning and like, you know, putting your shoes on and stepping outside the door and conquering the world, like that's kind of an obstacle. Sometimes we just want to lay in bed. You get what I'm saying? So it's like your challenge at this time is like you're wanting success. You're wanting to be successful. Your advice here is the Five of Wands, which I do feel like you will because you do have the King of Wands in the outcome here, and I'll get to that here in a moment. But yeah, it's like you're kind of, you know, you trailblaze through something. So we'll see what that is. But your advice here is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is like it's you against you. And it's like in order for you to grow and mature and to get better, it's like you're having to embrace your own personal limitations. And it can be quite frustrating, but I feel like it's necessary. It's interesting. I'm watching a show called Lost, and there's a part where they time travel back. And one of the guys was like, why don't you just go back and save yourself a whole host of trouble? And he's like, no, I don't want to go back. I needed that pain, right? I needed that. He said I needed that pain. And what he meant was like, I'm not going to go back and change anything because I needed all those things to help me understand where I'm at right now and how I've, you know, and that have led me up to this point and that have helped me grow. And so it's interesting with the Ten of Swords. It's like the only way up, or the only way is up from here with the Ten of Swords, right? Because the Ten of Swords is kind of reminds me of what Nietzsche said. He said, you know, God is dead. And what he meant by that is like, what this means is like killing your ego. What he meant was basically, he was meaning like killing your ego and allowing yourself to start to explore newer things, right? The Ten of Swords is the lowest card in the deck, by the way. But in your case, this doesn't have the negative spin on it. But the Ten of Swords is like the lowest card in the deck. It's the lowest you can go in regards to pain, right? In regards to shit going bad. But the good thing about it is like the only way is up from now. I see some of y'all actually like possibly moving out of your environment or something like that, or changing environment. But I feel the only way is up from here. And I see you exploring a bunch of newer things, trying to understand how to overcome obstacles here. But you have blessings here because you did pull the Jupiter card and it says abundance. So Jupiter deals with positivity and growth. So there's a lot of growth and there is an increase in positivity. It's like once you choose to really allow yourself to dust them old boots off, put them back on and get going here. Pull the Seven of Cups here in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Desire. I think it's about managing your desires. It's about managing like your priorities is almost like what I'm getting here. It's like, yes, the Seven of Cups is like, it does deal with like fantasies and illusions and daydreams and visions and stuff like that. But it's also like to where we can get subtracted and allow our desires to be detractors, right? Like I'll give you an example. If you know you shouldn't eat that thing, don't eat it. If you know you shouldn't do that, don't do it, right? But it's like it could have came like a habitual pattern, which is like the Ten of Swords is like when you have no choice but to break a pattern. Especially like a mental one. So I feel like it's telling you like to focus on the things that are the most important, because you are bound for success with the King of Wands and the outcome here. It's interesting. It's like once you're off and you allow yourself to, metaphorically ascend up, then it's like you see like, wow, like why was I choosing to not do this before? And it's like you're becoming more capable and mature here as well through a process, right? It's like the maturity process. And I'm not saying like you're immature, but like maturity is like when you start a new job and you have to learn things and you go through the process of trial and error and experimentation. And basically you mature, you actually gain experience. So whatever this is like giving you the perfect amount of experience for you to like blaze some sort of trail. But it's not like you're just blazing. It's like you're the master trailblazer here. And you could be leading others here as well, but I see you full of conviction and full of confidence here. What's going on with you, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio? Yeah, you have a lot of ambition at this time. You have Sun, Mars, Mercury in your third house. The third house is ambition. People are going to be like, no, it's not, it's communication. It is, but it's actually just a house of ambition. Right, because ambition leads to desires, understanding how to get those desires, understanding your own desires, right? And so you're thirsty, basically, for success. And it's like you're not afraid of the obstacles anymore. It's interesting. If you look at your third house, it's like your third house is like where you have like a sort of a special talent of that can help you with your ambition and your drives. All right, let's just say, for instance, you have like Neptune in the third. You could be somebody who's very spiritual and you're very spiritually gifted and you're very good with law of attraction or something like that. Or you can be lazy. There's like two sides of the coin, or there's two sides of a coin, right? But let's just say you have Mars in the third house, as you do right now with the transits. It's like your action, right? Your ambition, your ability to take the initiative, to start things, to do things. Mercury, your intelligence, to understand, to process things, to figure things out. The Sun, your beingness, right? So you are full of these ambitions. It's kind of like Tupac said, ambition as a rider. All right, let's clarify this. Let's get into this. Clarify this Four of Pentacles. What is this that you are ultimately achieving? You pulled two cards. You pulled Key, Reveal, and it says Tulip, Unconditional. I think really, honestly, Virgo, I gotta be real with you. Honestly, Key is like when you get something that does help you unlock the door, right? And also the Four of Pentacles is like having some sort of influence of power, or power to influence, or power of influence, or something like that. So it's like you're getting something that allows you to transcend your circumstances. And honestly, it could be love in and of itself. And this could be like your own self-love. Clarify this Lovers. for your current energy. You have this globe card. It says totality here. It's like your mission, your life purpose is something that's being highlighted. But also your ability to connect to the globe, connect to the world in general, whether it's through social media, through getting out into the world, being a part of something that's bigger than yourself is what you're focused on here, I'm seeing. Clarify the Six of Wands and some of y'all want to go worldwide. You know, like Step Brothers. You know, boats and hoes, you know what I'm saying? You have this flag card. It says devotion for your challenge. Six of Wands with the flag, devotion. It's like devoting yourself to a successful cause, to a successful mission. Right, you haven't achieved quite exactly what you set out to achieve, but it doesn't mean you won't. Clarify the Ten of Swords in the future position. You have the ship exploration. This is like eerily confirming what I was saying with the Ten of Swords. Like the Ten of Swords is like the only way is up from here. And it's like when we start to understand and start to perceive a little bit of light in the destination, in the far off horizon, like, okay, there is light and I'm seeing it, and I'm actually going to allow myself to move toward that light and to get outside of my media environment, or to change the way I'm thinking and start to open up toward that luminous energy. And so I see you here throughout the month of November. It feels like it's a lot of growth, but just you're expanding outwardly. You're allowing yourself to explore. You're allowing yourself to seek growth. Clarify the Seven of Cups. You have this coffin card. It says inevitable. There's certain things, certain maybe habitual patterns, habitual habits that you're having to break and kind of bury them, right? Coffin, inevitable. Like you're having to let go of certain pleasures and desires in order for you to get to what it is that you want. Like for instance, if you're trying to lose weight or get in shape, well, you got to cut out the donuts. You got to cut out, or maybe you can have a little bit of donuts. You get what I'm saying, right? You got to clean up the diet. You got to do all that type of shit, right? It's like, I can't eat them. I can't eat them Twinkies no more. Shit. I fucking love chocolate cake. I can't eat that shit right now. So that's what I'm seeing here. Something to be aware of is like really, you know, having to let go of immediate pleasure. Clarify the Five of Wands for your advice. You have this wreath card. It says honor. It's interesting. It's like, don't compare yourself. Some of you may be comparing yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, right? But it's like the wreath card too. It's like the honor is like what you're striving toward, right? You want honor. You want to be respected. You want to be admired. You want people to recognize what you've done or what you're doing, or you just want to achieve in general. And your advice here is to honor yourself and honor your self-growth. You have this lion card. It says temperament. Some of you may have a Leo placement. With the King of Wands here. It's like you're embodying the lion. They say eye of the tiger. No, not for Virgo. It's eye of the lion. But it's like you're embracing like the King of Wands temperament and your outcome. It's like the King of Wands is the master, right? All the kings are masters, but the King of Wands is like the master of influence, the master of persuasion. People think it's the King of Swords, the King of Wands. King of passion, King of expansion, King of Wands, right? Fire is like the expanding energy, which is why Sag, fire sign, deals with growth and expansion, which points to morality. So it's like you're coming out on top here, Virgo, in the end of November. It's like you're back on top of things, back on top of your game. It's like you're winning here. And I think people are going to be recognizing that as well. Becoming the master of your own personal self. Let's pull the messages here from your shadow, Virgo. Yeah, your boy all stuffy. Pull the Two of Cups in the shadow. Ooh, the Two of Cups in the shadow. I don't think you give yourself enough love, honestly. Right? Which is why the Seven of Cups with the coffin card is like, when we're not doing things out of self-love, it's almost as if we're doing things not out of like self-hate, but it's like, I mean, it could be that, honestly. Some of you may be feeling like nobody can relate to me. It's interesting. I've been reading like a lot of Friedrich Nietzsche, and it's like, God, he's like, Friedrich Nietzsche and Soren Kierkegaard are like my favorite philosophers. But Nietzsche was saying like basically our biggest fear is actually being understood, not that we're going to be misunderstood, which is very true. And so that may be something that that could be going on in the shadow. You have this Four of Swords here. I feel like the universe may be wanting you to embody more balance. I feel it's interesting though, because it's like, I'm just gonna give you the vision that is coming to my mind, okay? It's almost like a person that's very hard on others, but it's in a very brash, rude way, and it's coming from more of a place of like shame from the person, right? I'll give you an example. Like, let's just say you were somebody who was once, I don't know, let's just say somebody, you were once like, I don't know, overweight, or I don't know, I don't want to offend nobody out there, fuck. Let's just say, for instance, you were overweight or you were unhealthy, and then you got super healthy, and then you see other people who are struggling with being unhealthy, or they're overweight, or they're lazy, or they don't exercise. And so it's like you condemn them rather than having compassion for the person, right? That's Two of Cups, Four of Swords, like having compassion, right? And so that may be your shadow. I'm just saying these are shadow messages, so maybe I'm supposed to trigger your ass. I'm just saying shit. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's not spiritual, you're like, you're dumb. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. All right. You know, everybody's sensitive nowadays, so shit. You gotta watch every word you fucking say nowadays. Goddamn. I know it's maybe just contradicting myself, but it's kind of true, too. Shit, it goes the other way, too. Some people are just too damn sensitive, you know what I mean? But then somebody's gonna comment, it's okay to be sensitive. I didn't say it's not okay to be sensitive. That's not what I meant. But the world is hard. And you got to develop some type of armor for the fucking world. It's just the nature, right? A fucking lion has to become a fucking lion to survive. Or, you know, squirrels got to kind of be, you know, they got to have that damn, what's that word? You get what I'm saying. But yeah, we're no different. We're connected to nature. And then you have the Five of Cups here as well in your shadow. Some of you could struggle with like resentment or passive aggressive tendencies. So maybe that's something to take a look at in the month of November. I'm just here trying to help you out. Don't come for me, Virgos. Shit. I'm gonna have to gobble up low Mercury. Fuck. My Leo sun is gonna have to burn your ass out the way. Fuck it. I'm joking, shit, but you get what I'm saying. So that's what I got. I'm gonna leave your reading right here. I appreciate you all. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link's down below in the description. I would love to do it. Neo wants to say hi. I want to say hi, or you want to say bye? I want to say bye to everybody. Neo wants to say bye. And yeah, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, be sure to do so. Me and Neo will keep you updated. Ain't that right, Neo? And yeah, look at his little ears. Little ears. Look at your little fluffy ears. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.